Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Let's keep exploring the area here. Kinda want some loot here. Okay, there's something stopping us from doing that.
Alpha Row, the best dock on Footfall. It is clean, well equipped, and caters to a higher class of traveler. By local standards, that is.
I'm writing to inform you that 2 days ago the discharge was interrupted by raid launched on the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, serial number FVDA1 16165, was stolen, along with its contents.
A very polite way of saying a filthy hole that's slightly less filthy than the rest, Seneschal.
Rank 5 functionary?
Would you look at that?
As it should be.
Containers marked foodstuffs, but is empty and by the looks of it has not been moved in a while. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy Kazbalika, Chorda von Valancius. Their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much of it as you can carry. From Anvil. Or whatever their name is. There are some loot crates here that I would like to check.
I didn't?
Another container that's been here for a while. Well, let's take that.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
My house would be proud of me.
At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband. Strange memo. The holy book by the altar. The void damn customers guy. He's always on duty. Does he get any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? 3. Guess what? 4. Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. Okay. The corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved into the crack between the boxes. One of the hands is clutching a blood-stained paper. That's nice. That's nice. Some loot here somewhere. Is it in here, maybe? More trade goods. The walls of the container have been rusted and its content rotted away, a situation that is not uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. And it's the same leaflet as before. Life of Saint Drusus, Volume 3.
Over.
A small altar. The central spot has been given to Drusus, a saint from the neighboring Calixis sector who is widely revered in the Kronus Expanse.
Let us not dawdle.
So this goes further into Footfall. Gonna look at this. Grenadier's Cloak. Oh, the wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. That's fairly useful, but we don't use grenades that much.
About you.
That was Opticon, the guy we talked to.
Is there money to be made?
See if we can find something here. Finest wines from Janus.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I think we keep going inside here. Let's do a small safety save here. I think we go to Atrium. Footfall Atrium. A very slow loading screen, apparently. The last few percent, at least. Okay, let's go. Some loot immediately here.
I always keep my options open.
Fireproof cape. The wearer of this cape is immune to burning. Also, whenever the wearer ends their turn, burning is removed from all adjacent allies. Okay, that's a good cape. If there's something inflicting a lot of burning.
That Reverend Hieronymus makes do with that shoebox of a chapel in the atrium for his servants. Footfall has several temples, far more befitting his status.
The Drusians are a unique order. They teach people to be content with little, and they follow that principle themselves.
You done?
That wasn't so difficult.
These columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall
I always have a backup.
would become a wondrous palace in the stars. Clearly that has happened. Can I poke this?
My success is irrefutable certainty.
Oh, okay. We get access to something. I don't know what that is. Where are those goods? We need no rulers or leaders. We're not an organization. We're a force of nature. Okay. Is that the activist version of companies that say that they're a family? Okay. I mean, let's go up here and see what this is all about.
Let us know, Dordle. That's how it's done.
Oh, a two-handed melee weapon greatsword. That's 13 to 20 damage. And then Commander's Monocle. Whenever an ally under the effect of the wearer's voice of command ability makes an attack during an extra turn, this attack deals an additional 3 times fellowship bonus damage. Who had the voice of command again? Was it Cassia? Yes. It's the bonus round thing. Right. So we're definitely giving you this monocle thing for sure. That's a great monocle for you. Jabs, on the other hand, you are going to be a great sword user. That's great. Like, I love the difference. The well-maintained axe is 9 to 13 damage, which isn't that bad. Oh, we also get 10% parry from this. So if we go in here, this is 8 to 12. So we trade a little bit extra damage. I don't know, I kind of like the parry. I think we're gonna go with the parry for now.
The premonition runs true.
The numerous wounds and injuries indicate that this was a particularly brutal murder. The letters A and V are carved into the victim's shoulder blade. Yeah, they really seem nice, don't they?
Is there money to be
So that loot was absolutely amazing. That's a really good pickup. Yeah, same leaflet as before. And same leaflet as before.
I always keep my options open.
Oh. I think I clicked the wrong thing, but it's fine. Don't think there's anything more. Yeah, I think this is something that we need to deal with.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The buzzing crowd has closed in on several haired-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and the twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. Instigator. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No. No cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Hieronymus Doloroso? That's a interesting name, dude. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest clad in a simple black raiment cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he's decided to intervene in a street squabble. I think we're gonna watch in silence for now. Reverend, but these are heretics. Real heretics. Their whole planet is plagued. Folks say that all died over there. And why is that, huh? 'Cause they're heretics and the Emperor punished them. Refugee. We're no heretics. One of the people surrounded by the crowd raises their chin. We ran from the heretics, barely escaped with our lives, and there was no plague on our planet, only the arch-enemy's minions. A whole army of them. He spits on the ground. And if you want to blame anyone, blame those who abandoned our world. Blame the governor, blame the tech priests, blame the masters of Kiavar Gamma who forsook it in the darkest hour. Okay. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? We wanted to be anonymous, right? I'm an envoy of the Van Valanche's dynasty. Do you come from Lady Theodora? The rabble-rouser bows his head. Pardon me, noble sir. We were just, rooting out heresy here. These scrawny ones, they're from that ship that came from the bowels of the Kronus Expanse. They've got plague there, and mutants, and now they're spreading that rot everywhere. That taint, they're all... Silence. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringer of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors. Traitors and heretics, the lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that filled this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear. Their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Cassia looks at the crowd of troublemakers wearily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they're shrouded in purplish black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies on top of the glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you. Or me, Jobs. So we have... We can try and break this up. It's a 75% chance. Okay, we can see. Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. What more proof do I need? The man shouts. Kiawagama used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed entire blocks to the darkness. We were on our ship up in orbit, and all those messages started coming in. Half of the wardens down there joined them right away, and they even reached us on our ship, with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? I wonder what all this is about. Is our planet really under attack, or did some devious opportunist send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the von Valanches dynasty? Who could it be, I wonder? There's one guy, I bet you've heard of him. His name is Kunrad Vogetvir von Valanches. He ran from us not too long ago after having his ass handed to him. He must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim? He's scum, but he's not an idiot, no. I think it's something else. There are many who wish us to weaken the house von Valanches. Either that or it's much more simpler. These people aren't lying and their planet was captured by heretics, and the rest of it they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert on Kunrads and their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's send the onlookers to their homes immediately. Refugees can go to Dock Alpha Rho. I'll speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. The rabble-rouser looks at you morosely. I don't want to get in trouble over this lot. That's a good choice. The refugees use their interruption to make off in the direction of Dock Alpha Rho. That was a good choice, my guy. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a malefactor. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I'm Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have time. We can talk then. Sure, but only because I actually wanted to talk to him anyway. Well... Oh, he went up there. Okay.
The whispers told me how.
This statue undoubtedly depicts Parsimus Dewain, the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. Can't really see. But, the sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimly covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the deployable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." Oh, let's try and repair it. After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text. Section headings. Praise the Omnissiah. The machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of binaric prayer, Pascal's mechandrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Select the section titled Welcome. The screen flickers a few times before revealing to the world a text in Low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parsimus Dewain, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on order of the illustrious Parsimus, so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Parsimus Dewain? I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus was, he sure thought big. Lord Lord Captain Parsimus Dewain, one of the trailblazers of the Kronus Expanse, and this station's founder. I have read about his great deeds. Lord Dewain was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Kronus Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. Let's look at About Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parsimus Dewain as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parsimus designs have yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Kronus Expanse, a foothold of future conquests by the Imperium, and the noble Parsimus Dewain who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Well, let's repair it again. The cogitator whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures on Footfall was the colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before its master. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center and heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, their surface serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples, and their inner tunnels home for the commoners and rabble. Select the section titled Parsimus Dewain's Design. The cogitator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Parsimus Dewain intends to conquer the Kronus Expanse and build the most grandiose structure, which will shine through the ages, praising the names of its creator and his descendants. Footfall, the place in the stars, the glory of the great Parsimus' deeds will live on through the ages and his grand designs. The cogitator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dusts and detritus through its cracks. The cogitator hisses for a while, and then the screen flickers and once more shows the words. The great Parsimus Dewain intends to conquer. Spirit, Pascal Vox wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I'll see to it that the profaners responsible for this maintenance are marked for servo penance. I think it's another, it's another leaflet of the same thing.
Wits about you.
Let's go up here and talk to the guy. Hieronymus Dolorso. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing, but skin and bone fixes his unblinking, bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice, he says, "The Emperor protects." "The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it in the embrace of pride most degenerate. And you must be the young von Valentius. That name carries weight, and it's a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison. Make the sign of Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. He gives you a scrutinizing look. Then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as vigilant, for this sector will seize any chance to test your faith. He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valanche's ship was attacked by servants of the arch-enemy, who appall the heart of any righteous soul. She says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valanche's dynasty from forces of the arch-enemy. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall reliquary. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. Hieronymus smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners, where the liege's wardens do not venture, paint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the arch-enemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks around us, and I wish to see retribution. We will verify this rumor, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure, Argenta puts her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Jabs, is there more you wish to ask me about? What are you doing on Footfall? What am I doing in this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Kronus Expanse. It's the point of arrival for those who've just started on their path, and it's also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass on Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about the reclaimed shrine world or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments and simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey. And during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the efforts of gathering such things be blessed. The path of true believers leads into darkness, to search for worlds that have lost his radiance, steeped in depravity, Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp in hope that their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the Expanse and deliver previously barren worlds into the Imperium's service. Hieronymus is silent for a few seconds. And all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the Wasteland Wayfarer, an ancient ark of ship headed for distant stars. Her last astropathic message was sent from beyond the Cineris Maleficium, and the stars have kept her fate secret since. I bear another darker duty. The Expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. I'd like to take a look at what the followers of Saint Drusius have to offer me. Let's see what they want to trade. Oh, 10 plus bonus to commerce and lore, not bad. Taunting Scream, 2 times strength bonus plus toughness bonus penalty to their willpower. Medkit, Onslaught. The wearer's first melee attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. Elite Chainsword, ooh. This is something that I really would like. Sanctified Staff. Oh. We don't have enough to buy this, unfortunately. Cloak of Retribution. Power Claymore. There are some really good, like 40 armor penetration is insane. But yeah, we don't have the means to buy anything there for now. Yeah, I don't really want to know anything more from the guy.
That wasn't so difficult.
In this mismatch of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras, some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years.
Is there money to be made?
A small food booth. The portions look meager. A stall selling old knickknacks for everyday needs.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The wares here are shoddy looking weapons built out of questionable parts. More leaflets, I'm assuming. Yeah. I think there's more up here. Oh, same leaflet again.
Operation successful.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Okay. I don't know if that was necessary per se, but... Okay, I don't think I want to go in there yet. There should be something more to pick up here. What's up here?
I always keep my
Oh,
options
okay.
open.
Cenobistus unknownus. Behavior, cruelty, trickery, rampant mating, habitat void, doesn't need air. Diet, rocks, fears the Emperor's fire. Punish the Xenos, a coin for a go.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Why not? Poor guys. There's some loot here.
Always have a backup plan.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Poor guy got his ribs broken. Let's see if there's anything more up here.
Top, or get left in the dust.
Gunsmith's Guild. So this is the Liege's place.
Let us not dawdle.
Well, I think we're gonna end the episode here, and next time I think we're gonna try and go to the Liege's place. Thanks for watching, and have a really nice day.